Next at 11, a bold robbery caught on tape.
Cameras were rolling during a neighborhood heist. Can you help crack this case?
Police say a crash that killed 6 children was intentional. Find out why.
And an officer is arrested today. We'll have those stories next at 11. We'll help them end a rash of robberies. Good evening, everyone. We'll have our big story in just a moment, but first we begin with breaking news. New at 11, a jury just made its decision in the case of Jeremy Gross. Eric Weisfeld is standing by live with the latest. Eric?
Ken, after 6 hours of delay at 9:30 in the morning. Live downtown, Eric Weisfeld, 6 News.
And I know this is just breaking, Eric. Just for background, the victim was a convenience store clerk.
That's right. As Jeremy Gross was convicted of killing him. His name was Chris Beers, and this happened back in August of 1998. And they had video that they actually showed at the hearing today of surveillance video caught at the convenience store where the suspect came in and shot him in cold blood as he pled for his life.
It's been a busy night. Eric Weisfeld, thanks for the live update.
Our other big story, a robbery ingeniously caught on tape by a homeowner who was protecting his own property.
New tonight, we see the evidence firsthand. It is your chance to help police put the crooks behind bars.
And our Sarah Fraden live now on the South Side with a closer look at this videotape. Sarah?
Well, the man who...
Yesterday.
And now the story of an Indianapolis mother charged with 7 counts of murder. Police are saying why they think she did it. It's one of tonight's other big stories.
I'm South Bureau reporter.
Included in that is the deduction from the state income tax for your local property taxes.
The IRS is offering free help to you to fill out your tax forms this weekend. The IRS offices in the 500 block of North Pennsylvania will be open both Saturday and Sunday. You can also get help by telephone by calling the 24-hour tax helpline. It's 1-800-829-1040. If you felt the earth move under your feet last night, it was not your imagination.
No, it was all too real. We did have an earthquake, although nobody was hurt and no damage was reported. In the town of Danville, dispatchers took around 40 calls in 15 minutes.
Students in schools across the state of Indiana got a first-hand look at the earthquake. About a dozen Indiana schools have seismographs in the classroom. They serve as a hands-on science lesson for students. They can monitor the Earth's movement as it occurs on the computer screen. Whiteland High School is one of the schools with a seismograph station.
Well, they do. If it's a small one, that the station can pick it up.
The data collected at the schools is sent to experts across the nation.
And how likely are we to get another earthquake? Seriously hurt. A depressing day on Wall Street. A lot of pocketbooks are hurt.
But some say the historic downturn could mean an opportunity for you. We'll explain. The relationship between a 13-year-old and his teacher made national headlines. Now the case is at the center of a bizarre lawsuit, one you have to hear to believe.
And there's new hope to... The stock market made history today, a dubious distinction in terms of points lost in one day. Wall Street has never seen it worse.
The 2 major indexes got clobbered today after a government report pointed to rising inflation. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 616 points, and the technology-heavy NASDAQ was trimmed by 355 points, an almost 10% drop. The NASDAQ is now down 34% since hitting a record high 45 days ago. One analyst says buyers may be returning to the market soon.
It feels like buying opportunities out there.
Another analyst says the recent sell-off could actually make the market healthier. Tony Dwyer says many stocks were overvalued. Now their prices are more in line with what they're worth. Calm is returning to Little Havana tonight as the fight over Elian Gonzalez shifts to the courts.
The Miami relatives of that 6-year-old boy have gotten a letter from the Justice Department. Our look around America is serving time for child rape.
An all-out rescue near Richmond, Virginia today. A cell phone tower worker injured himself on the job hundreds of feet in the air. It took hours for fire and rescue crews to reach him and then figure out how to safely bring him to the ground. Authorities say he suffered back and neck injuries, possibly a concussion. The cause of the accident is still not known.
Some new help tonight.
And you'll be thinking about a couple days off middle of next week.
Delightful.
Have a good weekend.
21,000 runners and walkers.
Is that what it is?
Thank you for this good weather for the Race for the Cure tomorrow.
Good.
Thank you. The Pacers.
John Andretti 25th, and Robbie was the fastest Gordon, and he was only 33rd. Jeff, the one-time boy king of Winston Cup, was 34th at 184.1. You can see the Die Hard 500 from Talladega noon Sunday here on 6 and ABC. Have a great weekend.
You too.
We'll be right back.
You're going to croon for us again?
An overly pushy seal has received his marching orders.
Yes, he has. Yes, Ed, he has. The seal, boat trailers,
my
out in the
goodness.
tree, trying to scratch.
Lord.
Authorities now erected barriers to keep him from coming back up the boat ramp.
Park in the
home or go
garage
home.
tonight. Have a good weekend.
Good night, everybody.
That it? You got a scratch?